she has to really dissect what is it that she wants, what is it that she has that she feels she can offer people, even if it's just entertainment, that's fine. Get very, very specific and know who your audience is. So that's the real kind of gist of getting started on YouTube. What is it that what is it that, and are you, first of all, are you helping her with this or is she doing this by herself?
It's like her own thing.
Okay.
But
How can I help you? What can I do? What do you want to ask me or what do you want to meet with me about?
so she wants to create a YouTube channel. She watches YouTube like religiously. She's always on it. I'll
Yeah.
be watching TV and she'll be right there watching her phone. But
That's actually becoming, it's funny, that's becoming the new norm. And actually, a lot of people are watching YouTube on their TV now. It's
yeah,
crazy. Yeah.
we got the YouTube TV.
Yeah. Yeah. You have that too?
No, I don't have that.
Okay.
Just got Netflix.
So how old is she again?
20.
Emily is her name?
Yeah,
How old? She's 20?
20,
20. How old are you?
21.
Oh, God, I'm so jealous. I love it. Dude, this is the best age. I'm telling you, man. What a freaking age. This is so smart by her. Tell her kudos, by the way. Emily, kudos to you. I'm stoked that she's doing this at 21. That's awesome. Okay, talk to me.
So just I'm wondering, should as a YouTube channel, should it be focused on a certain thing or just like a certain audience, or should it kind of be general?
No, it should definitely be very focused. So, for example, the power of a YouTube channel and what really ignites growth is keeping it very, very specific and niching it down. So, what is it that she wants to create and why does she want to create it? What's her goal with a YouTube channel? Like, that's really important. I always try to start with what is it that you want to achieve, and then let's try to kind of reverse engineer that and work towards a goal and how to make that happen and kind of go backwards. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, for example, does she want to have a business? Does she want to have influence? Does she want to just build a personal brand? Is she trying to monetize? Is she trying to open up an e-commerce store? What's her goal with a YouTube? I wish she was here. I mean,
Yeah, she's got
like, what would you say is her? What would you say is? I mean, how long have you guys been going out?
a year.
That's a long time for 20-year-olds. What would you say is like? What does she want more than anything?
She wants it to be like her career.
She wants to make YouTube her
She
career.
doesn't wanna work at
Uh-huh.
some office or whatever. She
What
wants
does she do? What does she do that could be valuable to an audience? Like, what's her kind of thing, so to speak? Like, does she just want to get on YouTube and just get on YouTube? I mean, it's got to be more than just I want to make YouTube my career just to be a YouTuber.
yeah.
There's an art and science to YouTube. I mean, this is really personal branding. There's an art and science to building a brand online. It's got to be bigger than YouTube. Like, when you say she wants to be full time, does she want to be a full time just YouTube content creator?
Yeah.
Okay, then we'd have to. So if she wants to be full time on YouTube and she's just starting out, the first thing that she absolutely needs to do is she needs to identify what is her, you're going to hear this a lot, what is her value proposition? What is it that she can bring to the table that is valuable to a very specific audience?
So something you should have like skills at.
Yeah, like, I mean, it doesn't even have to be skills. It could be entertaining. It could be fun. It could be just vlogging her life. Maybe she's just like, what kind of content would she want to create and why? Do you know? Like, what does she want to do? Vlogging? Does she want to do like talking head videos? Does she want to do like films, little short films? Like, what would she want to do? What's her interest? What's her passion?
Right now she started just with the laptop, like talking and explaining. Like she's really into makeup. She wants to do makeup.
So maybe a beauty channel? Like, do you think maybe she wants to create a beauty YouTube channel? Text her right now, dude. Find out what she wants.
She's at work.
Put her on speaker, huh?
She's at work.
What's she do? What does she do?
Right now she's just working at Target, but
Dude, put her. Can you call her real quick?
she's not gonna. No, she's at
You
work.
can't even text her. Well, Target, you're like, there's always free time at Target when you're working, isn't there?
Not anymore. Not these days.
She can't text at work or anything. Okay. Well, yeah. I mean, if let's just say, for example, well, this will be very general then,
Yeah.
but I think it's applicable. And I totally just did a video that's actually coming out, well, by the time this comes out, it's already way out. But I have a video called "What Platform Should I Start On?" or "How do I know which platform to start on to build my personal brand?" And it's basically the same thing as this. It's me helping a student, right, who's thinking about doing a podcast, but doesn't really know why she wants to do a podcast, or thinking about doing, creating a show, but not really sure how to do that. So that's an important video I want you to check out. It actually comes out tomorrow. Are you subscribed to my YouTube channel, by the way?
Yeah.
You're positive?
Hmm.
Okay, good. So make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you hit the bell notification. That goes for you guys too. Hit that bell so every time I publish a bone marrow fire content, it comes up on your screen. You get a little notification. That's important. And then you won't miss anything. So let's just say, for example, she wants to do beauty and makeup, right? If she wants to do beauty and makeup, then there's a lot of people in the makeup kind of genre or the makeup niche, so to
Yeah.
speak. Something that she could do in the makeup, industry or makeup market that's unique to her. Like, so for example, instead of just doing a cooking show, just for an example, you would want to do something that's very specific. Let's say, like, I specialize, my channel is all about how to cook vegan style, or how to cook paleo diet food, or how to cook, omnivore, you know what I mean? Like, or something specific. So the major genre is cooking, but you really niche it down to something. So instead of her just doing a general makeup channel, what's really going to help her grow is she gets super, super specific, and she does a specific type of makeup or a specific type of beauty channel. It's not just makeup, maybe it's organic beauty or something like that, or maybe it's, this is going to be a channel helping you to save money but still look luxurious. Do you know what I mean? Like something like that, something that's really specific.
Hmm.
Because if you go too broad, like, hey, I'm a beauty channel, okay, well, you're going to get drowned out. There's a million billion. I mean, I think the latest stat on YouTube was something like 4,000 hours, or maybe even higher than that, uploaded per minute or per second, something crazy like that. I
Yeah.
don't even know what the specific stat is. Is it saturated? Hell yeah. Does that mean that you shouldn't be building a channel? Of course not. You should absolutely be building a channel. Um, as a matter of fact, just me personally, let me give you my story. You know, I was going hard on really Facebook and Snapchat, and maybe not so much Snapchat. I mean, I'm still on Snapchat and I like Snapchat, but I I've focused so much on YouTube and LinkedIn. Those have been my two spots where my audience is. You got to know where your audience is too. That's really, really important. Identify who your audience is. Who are the kind of people that are going to resonate with this content? The more that you know that, the more you're going to create content that caters to their needs. Biggest mistake YouTubers make is they make it, actually, any content creators make, is they make it all about them. It can't be about you. It literally has to be about your audience. The more you serve your audience, the more you create content that caters to whatever their challenges are, whatever their needs are, whatever their requests are, their blockades, their obstacles. You solve a problem for them. She could turn this into a full time thing. And I'm assuming she's, you know, um, she probably has more time than maybe the average person. Like, you don't have kids, right? Or you don't have anything like that. You don't have like a
Just
huge
school.
obligation, just school.
Or
So like the point is she's got a lot of time to invest in this, and she's young. You guys are both super young. Like, dude, if I didn't have a wife, kids, and mortgage, like that takes up like over 60% of your energy, you know? I would be creating content every single day. Now, I don't think she needs to do this, but before we even talk about content and consistency and tags and thumbnails and titles, she needs to identify what it is she's going to do specifically. What is it that she wants to create? Because it's one thing to identify who your audience is, but it's another thing. What you have to realize, Travis, is if you're not into it, your audience is going to smell that cooking.
yeah.
So if you don't love it, love it, love it, like love it where you get itchy, scratchy. I make this reference all the time with my audience. I love helping people. I love empowering people. I love inspiring people more than anything on the planet. So when I edit videos or when I'm doing this, because it's hard, man. Being a YouTuber, being a content creator, it's a bloodshot eye 24/7 existence. It really is. I mean, I sometimes stay up because I have kids. I sometimes stay up till like 2, 3 in the morning editing one video because that's the only time I have.
Yeah.
Or I wake up at like 5:30 and before the kids are wake up at 6:37, gives me an hour and a half to edit my videos. Like it's a rigorous. I think the best thing that I can do for you guys is just try to like really nail it into your heads that it takes a serious amount of time to build this thing
Yeah.
and not to get dissuaded or not to get turned off if you're not seeing what you feel like is a metric that shows you're successful. Like most people feel that views and subscribers
Mm-hmm.
is the only metric for success on YouTube. It's just not. There's some small YouTube channels out there that are making a full-time income. And when I say small YouTube channels, I'm saying like 10,000 subscribers or less, which is considered like a small YouTube channel. I know that sounds crazy. If you have 10,000 people subscribe to you, I don't have 10,000 subscribers yet. Hit that subscribe button, by the way. I don't have 10 subscribers yet, but I'm going to get to 10 million. But I also know this. I know it's a super, 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 super long game.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm willing to put in the amount of hard effort and work, understand the science of this particular platform. If she wants to build this full time, not only does she need to understand the science and art of the platform, Travis, and when I say science and art, like what does YouTube value most? What's going to get you ranked? Search engine optimization,
Mm-hmm.
tags, titles, thumbnails. There's an art and science to all this. And there's plenty of stuff on this that people from experts that are way better than me at this, than I am.
Yeah.
I'm more like the strategy and the branding side of it and understanding how to get things cooking. But the whole art and science of like getting, the tags and all the back end stuff, you can find a lot of great creators. As a matter of fact, there's an unbelievable creator. When you watch this, when it gets published on my channel, his name is Nick Nimmin. So Nick Nimmin has an amazing playlists on the real art and science of tags, titles, keyword research, everything YouTube related.
Yeah.
And if you go to his channel, it's literally like going to YouTube University. He's taught me so much. I've learned so much from Nick Nimmin's channel. Big shout out to Nick Nimmin. I saw him at Vid Summit recently. He's awesome. Um, don't put all your eggs in one basket.
Mm-hmm.
So Emily, if you're watching this, don't put your eggs in one basket. YouTube could literally die tomorrow. It won't, I mean, obviously,
Yeah.
but it could. One of the biggest mistakes I made when starting out is I didn't build my own hub. I didn't build my own headquarters, which is your own website. Now, whether she wants to brand herself as Emily, what's her last name? Or I guess don't say it, it doesn't matter. But let's say she wants to go first last name, she could brand herself .com because she might change. And I have a live stream about this. I'll leave this in the card above. But I have a live stream where I dedicated, should you do a personal brand or a business brand? Whether she wants to do first name, last name.com or, thriftybeauty.com or whatever, or
Yeah.
like makeupthis.com, that doesn't matter. But you need to get that cooking even before you get started on YouTube, I would say.
Website.
Especially because here's the thing, Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram, those are all somebody else's property.
Mm-hmm.
You're renting on their property. If you have a website, which is like a repository for all of your content, which can draw traffic to other platforms, but it's your hub, it's your headquarters where all your content lives. If YouTube dies, you still have your, you know what I mean, your hub, your center. That's really important to understand. You don't want to just put all your eggs in YouTube and then all of a sudden YouTube. By the way, this has happened a lot. Even big YouTubers have gotten demonetized, have gotten their channel deleted, even accidentally, which is crazy. Like you would never think that Google, which owns YouTube, right? You would never think that Google would make a mistake like that, but it's happened, and there's nothing you can do about it once it's deleted. At least as far as I know, there's nothing you can do about it once it's deleted. So I think the biggest thing you need to understand if you want to get cooking on YouTube, if you want to get cooking on really being a content creator, which to me is like akin to I want to build a brand online, which is really going to lend itself to a business and a full-time career. And dude, you can do it. Are you interested in any of this stuff like that or no?
Not as
Not really,
much.
not as much. But you love your girl. That's really special. Emily, you got a good dude here. I think that's really cool. I would say that would be the first thing, and then you get cooking on the other sites. But just to even realize what to do and how to get started is she has to really dissect what is it that she wants, what is it that she has that she feels she can offer people, even if it's just entertainment, that's fine. Get very, very specific and know who your audience is. So that's the real kind of gist of getting started on YouTube, and really anywhere. It doesn't really matter if it's on YouTube. Um, by having clarity, by having that clear brand message, that's going to make it very, very simple for your audience, and you're going to grow way faster. Clarity is absolutely key because nothing is worse than, or at least I don't want to say worse. There's plenty of people who have these channels where like one video is them, cooking something, another video is them going fishing, another video is them playing video games, and then another video. It's like we're not really sure what's going on this channel. It's like all over the place, right?
Yeah.
And it gets confusing for the audience, at least from what I've analyzed in my analytics and the data and when I've helped clients. Having a channel with all these types of videos that there's not a current or a common theme running through them, it really hurts growth.
Yeah.
But if you have a consistent common denominator, current theme, premise running through all your videos, like it's makeup, this one playlist is organic makeup, one playlist is commercial makeup, one playlist is inexpensive makeup, one playlist is luxurious makeup. The common denominator is makeup.
Yeah.
That's consistency. We have found that growth goes up exponentially when you do that. With any brand, clarity is key. The problem is that so many people try to overthink it and make it way too fancy. You don't even need a fancy website. Like if you go to professornez.com, excuse me, if you go to professornez.com, the very first thing you're going to see is a very simple picture and then a very simple value proposition. It's like literally less than a sentence practically. Looking to grow your business. I think I know it by heart. I might be wrong about this. Looking to grow your business or advance your career, it starts with a clearly defined brand message. I can help you. Simple. You come to my website and you're like, okay, I know exactly what this guy does. He's a branding guy. He's a personal branding coach, or he's a communication guy. He helps me with messaging and branding,
Yeah.
right? That's when they come to your channel, and this gets into like channel art and the trailer and the way that it's set up with playlists and what have you. When people come to Emily's channel, they need to know right away, what is this all about?
Yeah.
Otherwise, people's attention span, if it's too muddled, if it's too gray, if it's too confusing, they're going to go to somebody because there's so many channels out there.
Yeah.
So the key to growth is consistency in your theme and your brand. Um, yeah, so all of those things are huge. And then let's say she's already got a theme. Let's say she already has an audience that she knows she can serve, and let's say now she's ready to create content. Well, the key is to create content consistently. One of the things that all these platforms rewards is consistent content, like weekly content. You can start off slow. You can start off slow doing maybe once or twice a month, but once you get into a groove, you want to make sure that that consistency is there. I started publishing 2 to 3 videos a week now, which is crazy. Like that's like really hard actually. And I'm doing a live stream every Sunday. So I have a live stream show, which is awesome community building and community engagement. I do a live stream show on YouTube on my channel every single Sunday at 2 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Eastern. And that's just easy content to create really fast, which Emily might be interested in. I don't know if she's interested in live streaming, but it's a great way to me, live streaming and live video is the greatest tool for just that immediate resonance and connection and acknowledgement of your audience. It's a beautiful tool. I mean, you could go live on IG and all that too, and Twitter and Facebook, Go where your audience is. My audience is on YouTube and LinkedIn mostly. I wish LinkedIn has native video. I've been on LinkedIn for almost 12, 13 years. But if LinkedIn had live streaming, man, I might be doing a lot more live streaming on LinkedIn. So they don't have it yet, but maybe they will in the future. I have no idea. Um, and yeah, so consistency is key, and listening to your audience. So after she's identified her audience, after she's identified her value proposition, after she's identified the theme that she wants to serve that audience with, the value she wants to bring to that audience, consistency and listening. Consistency and listening. That's it. It's not about you as a content creator. It's about who you're serving. I mean, at least for me, that's been my absolute ultimate currency for growth is serving my audience. As a matter of fact, on my live stream, I say this over and over again. I say, tell me what you guys want to see. Tell me what kind of videos. Or I'll end my videos with what's called a CTA, a call to action, which is tell me what you want. Leave a comment below. Say, hey, Nez, tell me what kind of problems you're having. Tell me what kind of challenges you're having. Leave that comment below. I'm going to come and check it out. Somebody will say, hey, Nez, as a matter of fact, this is a perfect example. The last live stream I did was, should you create a personal brand or a business brand? That was my last live stream. It was based on a question that my audience left me. One of my members of my audience said, "I don't know what to do. Should I focus on my business or should I focus on my personal brand? Hey Nez, can you help me?" I'm like, perfect. I'll do a live stream about that. I'm happy to help.
Yeah.
That person who I basically, and this has happened with a lot of people in my audience. I've created videos based around what they wanted. When I do a video that they actually like asked a question about, they're first of all, they're blown away. And that's like, I mean, that's a subscriber, that's a fan for life. Literally, because they're like, my God, he listened. Consistency and listening. Consistency and listening.
So definitely read the comments.
Oh my God. Not only read the comments, reply to every single comment. That goes for any platform. IG, LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, reply to every, especially on YouTube. Reply to every single comment.
So should she create more of a foundation on YouTube and then start like follow my channel on Instagram and Facebook, or just
Yeah, I mean that's interesting. A lot of people they do this, go check out this and go follow me on Instagram. I think that you should establish yourself somewhere first before you start driving them elsewhere because every platform, it's completely uh, written in their algorithm, it's completely like designed in their system. Every single platform, they want their users to stay on their platform. And the longer that you can keep people on the platform, aka YouTube specifically, actually, YouTube specifically, the algorithm will reward channels for watch time and watch time sessions or session watch time, which session watch time means how long you keep a specific user on the platform for that particular session. So, for example, if you're able to create so much value that this person stays on YouTube and watches your videos and maybe watches other people's videos after they watch your video, that still counts towards your YouTube. The algorithm goes, whoa, so this channel is actually creating a lot of interest, or this channel is keeping people here on our platform. You get what's called ranked in the algorithm, and you get pushed in the suggested videos. And this gets into really the art and science of analytics and all that. And I don't even want to get into all that because she's not even close to there yet. But to answer your question very simply, yeah, I would say before you start pushing people to other places, like, hey, follow me on Instagram. I mean, you could say at the end of your video, hey, by the way, I do have an IG. In case you're interested, follow me. But I would say building a real leverage and audience on one specific platform before you start pushing is really important. Keep them there because that's how you're going to build. If you're trying to build this huge entity on every single platform, you really are going to have it's going to just take a little bit longer. Now, I believe it's kind of funny. I'm almost contradicting myself right now. I believe you should be everywhere.
yeah.
Actually, I'm not contradicting myself because I believe you should be everywhere, but I definitely have a focus, and I have two places that I focus on the most, which is YouTube and LinkedIn, because that's where my audience is.
Yeah.
Now, do I have an audience on Facebook? Yes. Do I have an audience on Instagram? Yes. Do I have an audience on Snapchat? Yes. But I don't focus as much on content creation and building my brand as much as I do on YouTube and LinkedIn. I'm still everywhere, but my focus and my real efforts are put into those two places. And maybe even that's too much. I don't know. But I believe in working your butt off. And I don't think there's any excuses. You should be everywhere, I think. It's like unbelievable to have all these places that just say, here's a free way to reach the world. And you're going to say, nah, skip it. Makes absolutely no sense. It's like all these television stations coming up to you and saying, hey, I'm going to give you some free airtime. And you just going, nah, I'll just take CBS or I'll just take ABC. Are you kidding me? Dude, I want NBC, CNN, Fox, I want all of them, right? So I would say, yes, you should be everywhere, but just for now, focus on building where your audience is. And you know what? This may take experimentation. She may find, like, you know what? Hey, Travis, YouTube isn't where it's at for me. I'm getting a lot more reach, a lot more growth on Instagram, or I'm getting a lot more reach, a lot more growth on Snapchat or Twitter or whatever. YouTube, I think you can still create content on YouTube, but maybe your focus isn't on YouTube. You should still create content everywhere, but maybe your focus is more on Instagram than YouTube. That's going to take experimentation, and that's branding is like a long process. It's a process of elimination. It takes a long time to figure that out sometimes. It takes a lot of experimentation, it takes a lot of tweaking, but she will figure it out. Don't give up.
Yeah.
Don't get blinded by views. Don't get blinded by subscribers. Don't get blinded by the numbers because there's plenty of people who are making a full time living and they don't have near the subscribers as other people do and viewers as other people do. It's about depth and quality more than quantity, I would say. If you can get both, that's awesome, but it's always more about quality. See, the same thing I tell my class, my writing class.
Yeah.
I don't care how many pages it is, I don't care how many words it is. I want every word to count. So I eliminate the word count. I don't want you writing BS.
Yeah.
Achieve your purpose. That's how long it should be, right? It's about depth. It's about quality, not quantity. So that's the key.
Just have a strong roots.
Yeah. But the website's important. I mean, she needs to have a hub. She needs to have a headquarters.
And that regardless of where she is.
Regardless of where she is, because you want people to end up going back to your website, especially if you want to turn this into a business, you definitely want them going back to your website because that's your money maker right there. That's where your business is going to live, right? So, and it's also just professional anyway. If you want to run a business, especially in the online space, you should have your own headquarters, aka a website.
Yeah.
And that's easy. Like nowadays, like in the old days, we had to pay somebody 20, 50 grand to create a website. Now you can go on Squarespace, on Wix, on WordPress and do one in 10 minutes. I mean, my website is very simple. It's like literally there's not even that much to it. If you go to professornez.com, you'll see it's very simple. Don't overthink it. Just make it clear. That's the key.